Republican House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan admitted in an interview after he was prodded a little bit by right-wing talker Charlie Kirk that he is totally willing to shut down the federal government at the end of this month if Jack Smith's prosecutions of Donald Trump are not defunded. So let me say that again. The chairman of the House Judiciary Committee says that if we do not let Trump get away with crimes, we're just shutting the government down, because the government's only job at this point, the only reason the federal government exists, according to Republicans, is to protect Donald Trump. Like, that's it. That's all the government's supposed to do these days, based on what these Republicans say. So here's what happened in this interview with Jim Jordan. Charlie Kirk asked Jordan if Smith's defunding and decreased immigration would be, quote, bright red lines in an agreement to keep the government open before his September 30th deadline. And here's how Jordan responded. I think those are the two. I mean, truly unbelievable. So I think that issue is front and center. So those are the kind of issues that you put on a bill that funds the government and you tell Chuck Schumer, really? You think it's appropriate for the Biden administration you're going to shut down the government because you think the Biden administration needs to be able to fund the prosecution of their opponent for the presidential election? Those are the kinds of things I think you have to look at to put on that bill that funds the government, and that's exactly what we're attempting to do. Well, aside from his statement not being a real sentence of any kind, grammatically speaking, Jim, go back to school. But again, you're going to shut down the government if Donald Trump's prosecution is not shut down by defunding it. Like that hundreds of thousands of people, at least thousands, possibly into the hundreds of thousands. If the government shuts down after September 30th, thousands and thousands of workers are going to be furloughed, which means they stop getting paid. They stop going to work. Their agencies shut down. The federal parks will shut down. I drive past two, federal parks, naval reserves, basically, on my way to work every day. And every time there's a government shutdown, they put up these big blockades. You can't get in there to go down and sit at a picnic table by the water because that's all it is. All the rangers that work down there, they don't go to work anymore. They don't get paid for it. And that's just one example. It's all over the country. And it's, of course, especially thick in Washington, D.C. So Jim Jordan is willing to put all these people temporarily out of work. Say that you're not going to be able to feed your family because Donald Trump's being prosecuted. We're going to strip the U.S. economy of millions of dollars in economic activity per day because Donald Trump is being prosecuted. The rest of us, everybody in this country, has to suffer because Jim Jordan and other Republicans, it's not just Jordan, they want to break the government so that Trump can get away with doing the horrific things he has been accused of. That's where we're at as a country today. That is what people like Jim Jordan and Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they all want this to happen. And as I've repeatedly said, they all three have something in common. They're all three in very safe Republican districts. So they can do this. They can inflict this pain upon us because they know that they're not going to lose their seats. I mean, sure, the Republicans are going to pay for it in next year's midterms, and Democrats will take back over, and these Republicans will lose all their precious little committee assignments and whatnot, but oh well, right? You'll still have a job. Some of your friends might not be seen around the halls of Congress anymore, but you'll still be okay. That's why you have no problem with this. Because win or lose, you're still going to keep your job, while the rest of us have to suffer as you break the government to protect Donald Trump. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.